Alright guys, training from Wednesday, and I was running on about 4 hours of sleep here, so didn't feel that great, but strength was there. It was pretty achy, pretty sore. My left hamstring was extremely sore this entire session, which didn't affect me much on bench, obviously, but I also had squat and deadlift this day, so made it through everything without any problems, but did a couple extra warm-up sets on squats. It's my first set here. It was 5 sets of 6 on both exercises with 205 on bench and 345 on squats. And everything went smoothly on these first sets for each one. And my third set of squats was actually pretty rough, felt pretty terrible. And you can see that my headphones both popped out one by one right there. So that's a little distracting, but no big deal. Last rep here. And bar speed is fine, just feeling a little off. Was pretty happy with the way bench went. I definitely feel like my bench is finally starting to climb, and my weight's getting closer and closer to 180, so I know that's contributing because 180 is kind of that sweet spot for me for strength gains without being super fat. So, alright, that's it for that set. And we're on to my third set of squats. And you guys see how rough this set is. Had to take a lot of time between the last few reps in this set. And then after this set, I just kind of refocused, and the 4th and 5th sets on squats went much more smoothly, and I felt a lot better about those. The program calls for me to add 10 pounds next week. Haven't decided for sure yet, but I might adjust that to just adding 5 pounds. So we'll see. It just kind of depends on how my soreness is, because that definitely affected the workout this time. Wasn't able to deadlift Friday, so it had been quite a while since I deadlifted when I did on Monday, and that resulted in a little bit of soreness. So I think moving forward there will be less and less soreness, and I'll most likely still stick with the 10-pound jump next week. I'm kind of deciding that as I'm recording this commentary. And it will just be a 5-pound jump next week on bench for the same rep scheme. And you guys see that I'm alternating between squat and bench, and I did those in 1 hour segment I had, and didn't have time for deadlifts at that time. So deadlifts were actually 5 or 6 hours later, and I had changed clothes and everything, so that's at the end of this video though too. I was able to film those as well. And I just left this in here so you guys could see how hyped up I get. That was it though. And like I said, I kind of refocused here, and this last set was one of my smoothest sets of the day on squats. And since I've said pretty much all I want to say about the training, I'll talk about my macros briefly because I haven't been over them in a couple weeks. I am at 80 fat, 460 carbs, 220 protein per day. I had kind of decided to stop at 440, stop reversing, and just keep it there for a little while, but my weight actually stalled out, and I just felt like eating more. Why not? So, added in 10 grams of carbs the last 2 weeks, and obviously that's a per day number there. So, those are my numbers per day. Just trying to get at least about 40 grams of fiber, which is typically not a problem for me. And things have been going well. Weights between 177 and 179 most days. And checked it off on the board. Up next, you'll just see my 2 working sets of deadlifts. It was 2 sets of 6, with 355. Everything went really smoothly. And again, I have to control the weight on the descent because that's a carpet underneath me. There's also a restaurant below us that opens at 4 p.m. every day, and this is at like 3:30 p.m. I think, so workers are already there. But that's not really relevant to the video. And my last set coming up. My whole deadlift session took like 15 minutes, including the warm-ups and stuff. Because I was done for the day at work here, and I just wanted to go home. So got this done and headed out. Made something that wasn't worth recording to eat, but I'm sure it was tasty. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, if you've made it this far, I appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and don't if you didn't. I'll talk to you next time.